What's up, my stars, and welcome or welcome back to Cards for Hire. So, I'm picking up on the energy of whatever it is that you are doing. It is not only impressive, but you give people hope that whatever they deem as impossible is very much so possible. It feels like whatever it is that you are creating, you could be resonating with the energy of the Empress. For my men, you could be empresses as well. It just depends on the energy of creation. Okay. So whether it's a business, a baby, a logo, a group, a collective, it feels as though it's going to be very healing for the human race. Humanitarians is what I wanted to say. Yeah. And you're also being called to take your time. Try not to rush. Take your time. Patience. Absolutely. And like always, we got to pray before we eat. Lord, I thank you in advance. As for clarity, protection, as well as progression and connection, I extend my gratitude and ask that my angels and guides protect me and mine on this vitamin. Man. Yeah, I've been hearing impossible things are happening every day. Moving on and courthouse. Okay. Moving on and courthouse. All right. 3 plus 2 is 5. 6 plus 0 is 6. So you are progressing. I love that. Single, sexy, and successful with the 90 at the bottom. Yeah, you're closing out a cycle, possibly a cycle of um, complacency, possibly a cycle of procrastination. There's something that you've needed to get started for quite some time, and now you are starting to do it. You're just starting out, you're just beginning it. The world is here as well as the King of Wands. Yeah. And the Eight of Wands. You've been getting downloads about this for quite some time. And it feels as though if you were in a relationship before, then it could have been holding you back. Or if you were attached to a group of people or a specific person, then it definitely could have been holding you back. Family could be significant as well. You could have had to detach from family, from a parent figure specifically. Somebody around you could have been assisting with your self-doubt as well. Eight of coins, get to work. Get to work. If you've already started working on this, then it's definitely going to pan out well for you. Somebody does not want me to tell you this. I just bit my tongue and I've been stuttering. And this is my third time recording this intro. So, yeah, third time's a charm. Okay, so you could have started this a few times and gave up or got distracted or something like that. Three of coins, get to building, buddy. Okay, 11. And 11 is oftentimes associated with alignment, as well as spiritual awareness, spiritual awakening. Queen of Swords, baby. This is your energy. And the Ten of Swords. Okay. This is the blockage. The blockage is whatever was holding you back before. This could have led to the past could have ended in heartbreak or a betrayal. But I'm getting like a sudden betrayal, like all of a sudden, and that honestly feels like it gave you the go ahead to go ahead and get this started because your heart was too invested. And if your heart is too invested, if your feelings are too attached, then sometimes we don't move out of a logical place from a logical stance. You got a lot of options and you possibly had a lot of distractions as well. You could have had a lot of things to choose from as well. You could be multifaceted, multi-talented, and it all just depended on where you wanted to direct that energy. Thank you. Two of Swords. You could have been a little confused, a little in denial. Okay, can I get one more? The Hermit. Isolation. All right. Okay. Yeah, you had to release something. Eight of coins and the three of coins. Justice. And justice is the number 11. Ah, I love it when it works out like that. Okay. So now that everything has, the dust has settled and things have become very clear for you, now the scales are being rebalanced and things are more equal. Mm-hmm. The world, that's that exit. That's that closing out of that cycle. The five of coins, a breakup or some sense of lack. And then the two of coins. Now that I have lost something, I have a chance to restart, reset, manifest as well. Seven, absolutely. Seven, eight. Okay. And then I'm looking at the nine of pentacles at the bottom as well as judgment. All right. So yeah, you had a choice. You could either stay or you could start something new. You can water your own garden, maybe even plant your own garden. Ten of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, you had to get some things out of the way. You maybe even had to declutter your life, declutter your house, declutter your mind as well. The devil. Yeah, you might have even had to cleanse your energy, cleanse your spirit. Maybe go back to church as well. Or just get reacquainted with your spiritual rituals, your higher self. Something about higher learning is significant as well. Yeah, whatever you left behind was definitely toxic, whether it was you participating in the toxicity or temptation, negativity, negative mindsets could be very significant. But there's definitely a lesson here. We have more than one seven. Okay. Six of coins. Okay. And it fell on the devil. So, all right. Someone could have been trying to control you with resources and or money, possibly even stating things like you don't have enough resources to do that, you don't have enough money, or you need money in order to, or just trying to keep you trapped in a job. This could be a boss or something like that, or a coworker, because we do have the three of pentacles over here. Yeah. Knight of Swords. All right. Yeah, there could have been some gossip in this workplace if that's the case, or amongst a group of friends, amongst a group of people. I'm hearing the word deliberate. Someone or a group of people could have been deliberately trying to distract you or keep you away from a specific goal. The moon, yeah, because they knew, and this was hidden, because they knew what you were capable of. They possibly even knew that you would benefit with or without them from whatever it is that you are creating or that you are being called to create and or work on. Your mind is very sharp, Aquarius. Five of Swords, and that's why they were jealous. That's why they betrayed you. That's why. There's something about you that they saw before you even realized it. And so they tried to um is it called, what is it called when you cover a candle but you don't blow it out? I forget what is it snuffing? I don't know. I don't know what it's called. The moon again, yeah. The Four of Wands, and they know that you are absolutely stable, which caused a problem in their eyes. If you're stable without them, then they have no place. Interesting. Clarify this Four of Wands, Judgment, and it fell right under courthouse. This could be indicative of a relationship that did not work out or no longer is working out, or a connection of some sort. Somebody might be a part of the LGBTQ community. And then we already have judgment here as well. Judgment is like a rebirth. Like I said, you can either choose to stay where you are, even though you know that it's toxic, you know that it's not working out, and you know how unhappy you are, or you can choose to take another way, another route, moving on. Somebody could have left the courthouse. A court situation could be significant. It could be as simple as like, oh, like a DUI. So someone could be leaving a toxic lifestyle as well. Yeah, impossible things are happening every day. So if you chose to leave a lifestyle that a lot of people around you found it hard to stray away from, that's significant as well. Seven of Cups. Impossible things are happening every day. How exactly did you do it? And then notice the person up here cloaked. Yeah. A cold day in hell is what I just heard. I've been hearing the word hell for the past couple days. Like there's a place in hell. There's a place in hell. Okay. Somebody could be saying there's a place in hell for people like you. But there's a town called Hell, I think in Michigan or Minnesota or something like that. I came across a young lady and she wanted to own it. She wanted to be the mayor of Hell. She had a bunch of ideas of how she could capitalize off of that. I also heard catapults. So you could be having a lot of ideas that could be like taking off. You could have one idea, but you also have different ways to capitalize off of that idea. And you could also use this, your past life, your past lifestyle, your past relationship as a catalyst to move you forward. After this judgment was made, after you decided, yeah, this ain't for me. Seven of Cups, please. Ace of Coins, new opportunities, baby. And he is in a suit. Okay. This is the outcome, by the way. The Nine of Wands, protect your assets, protect your ideas, protect your new life. Okay. Two of Swords, yeah. You might not know which way to go, but at the very least, you made the first step. You took the first step, which is deciding that you wanted something new. Now it's time to take action. The Empress, I knew she was going to pop up with your pretty ass. I knew she was going to pop up. You were in denial. It's almost like you could have been playing it small. Like you know what you know what you have the capacity to do, you know what your capabilities are, you know what your talents are. But it's something about this community, this society, this group of people that made you dim your lights a little bit. And that's exactly what they wanted you to do. Whether it was by force or by you volunteering. Six of Swords, moving forward. Six to the two, that's eight swords. And then we have the Hermit, which is seven as well. Your first step could have been deciding that you need to be by yourself first in order to seek wisdom, in order to hear what it is that you wanted, in order to get realigned, reconnected with the Most High. Something about asking questions. You could have had to ask yourself questions. Someone else could be questioning you. Other people could be questioning you, your antics, your ideas, your beliefs, where you're going, your direction. But that was only to confuse you. That was only to keep you trapped mentally. That was only to keep you in a loop, in a mental imprisonment, so to speak. Can I have one more for the Two of Swords? Again with the sevens, yeah. Sevens to me always are indicative of a eight. Ha 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 ha. Chariot. First off, that's not eight. That ain't eight. I'm sorry. But we got the eight of cups. The seven of swords, the eight of cups, the queen of wands. Yes, you realize some type of deception. You realize that these people were trying to keep you mentally entrapped. Seven of swords, possibly even sneaking away with your ideas. This is giving me the energy of, say you work in an office and you mention something to a coworker. Next time in the meeting, that coworker suggests what you mentioned, and you didn't have the balls to say or to imply that that was your idea. So you just kind of let them take the credit for it. Something about accreditation or an accredited school could be significant. Seven of Swords, Eight of Cups, and then the Queen of Wands. Yeah, you realize that you had to walk away in order to firmly stand in your power or in order to confidently create. And then we got the Knight of Cups in reverse, and they didn't like that because they wanted to freeze you. Um, Freezing assets could be significant, but they wanted to freeze your momentum. They wanted to stop you because the Chariot is right here. Ace of Cups, and then the Page of Wands, and the Nine of Coins. Yeah, nine to the 10. Yeah, you definitely had to. You could have possibly had to separate finances from someone. Hmm. Chariot is 12. Am I tripping? Sorry, I'm not good with the Roman numbers. Something about Rome could be significant. Roman numerals. It's giving me the idea, the image of like a book. Somebody could want to write a book. No, the chariot is nine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The hermit is nine. The chariot is seven. The chariot is seven. All this confusion. Get on up out of here. Okay. The hermit, the magician. Absolutely. You're more powerful by yourself, at least at this time in your life. At this phase in your life, you're more powerful by yourself. And it took you some time to realize, or it may take you some time to realize just how powerful you are. And it also may take you even more time to confidently wield that power. Okay. The 10 of coins comes out. And that's where you'll find your most abundant success, your most abundant outcome. Page of cups. You got to start somewhere. That's the inspiration. You might, yeah, Eight of Wands. Okay, thank you. You might have to start with, I always say this, but it is so imperative to stay in touch with your inner child. Children are the most spiritual beings on the planet, in my opinion, because they're fresh out the canal, okay? They have found God before they came down here, in my opinion. And right before we come through the veil of amnesia, we forget what it is that we're supposed to do. The whole path of life is figuring out what was I supposed to do again? Yeah. That's why you stay connected, stay in tune with your intuition, with your guides, with your ancestors, with the Most High, because they're giving you tidbits along the way. Remember, this is what you're supposed to be doing. The things that make you happy, the things that you effortlessly do, that other people struggle to do, those are your things. And sometimes we have to resort to the activities that we did as a child, the things that didn't make us think as hard, but they allowed us to be as creative as we wanted to be. And a lot of times when you put whatever it is that is heavily, that you are heavily focused on, whenever you put that down and you go and find something fun to do or something relaxing to do, whatever it is that you were, the answer will come to you. High Priestess. Yeah, King of Cups. Mm. The Knight of Wands, yes. And when you tune into your inner child, your desires and your passions will be laid out in front of you. You will be reminded of them. And then you can go ahead and charge towards them. Charge forward. That's what I wanted to say. The Fool. Because we ended with the World. That's the end of the major arcanas. The Fool. Now you can go ahead and take that leap of faith into something new. Take a dive. No, I'm just playing. Okay, Aquarius, that's what I got for you. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions for me or you are interested in a personal reading, check the description box down below. And as always, stay fly, aim high.